Have you ever feel like giving up after a failure? Like the world stopped moving for you but left you behind. Start Again by Baharuddin Bakri tells the story of people who fall but rise again. The novel is not just a story, it's a mirror of real life. It tells us about struggle, pain, and most importantly, about the strength to rise again. I have read this book during one of my lowest moments in school. It gave me motivation and showed me how characters in the story turn pain into progress. It feels personal and real. Firstly, the main character, a teenager, faces deep emotional struggles due to past mistakes and failure. He feels hopeless, but instead of giving up forever, he slowly finds a new direction. His struggles remind us that it's okay to fall. What matters is what we do next. The novel shows that we don't rise alone. His friends, teachers, and family play a big role. Just a few kind words and small acts of support help him believe in himself again. It teaches us that we should be open to help and also be the one who helps others. So far, we have seen how support helps someone move on. The final part of the novel focuses on taking that brave first step. Restarting is not easy, but it's possible. The character begins to chase his dreams again. He fails again, but he doesn't stop. He learns that starting again isn't weakness, it's a bravery. So, I have shared how the novel highlights struggle, support, strength. The motivation of this book is the main character loses his path, faces depression, and feels like life has no meaning. But slowly, friendship, support, and faith, he finds the courage to restart his life. And isn't that something we all go through? A time when we feel small, lost, and hopeless. But this book reminds us starting over is not a weakness, it's a bravery. Not everyone has the courage to stand up after falling, but those who do, they are the ones who grow stronger. Friends, failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of it. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to keep moving. If today was bad, tomorrow is your chance to start again. If you are tired, rest, but don't give up. Maybe you didn't do well in your exams. Maybe you feel like you disappointed your family. Maybe you are carrying a pain that no one sees. But hear me out. Your story is not over yet. Like the character in Start Again, you too can find a new direction. You too can create a new chapter. You too can rise. So today, I want you to promise something to yourself. No matter how hard life gets, you will never stop trying, you will never stop believing, and you will never be afraid to start again. Start Again teach us that every step back is a chance to grow, find purpose, and restart life with new courage. So the next time life knocks you down, remember this book. Don't be afraid to pause it and start again. Like the character in the novel, we all deserve a second chance. And maybe that second chance is the one that leads us to success. Thank you.
Have you ever stand in front of mirror, look at yourself, and feel like you didn't recognize the person staring back? Human, strong, capable, kind, and carry silent pain that no one sees. They continue to give and support others while hiding their own. No Fasa Hamid novel. The Time to Heal tells the story of the woman who experienced exact that and find a way back to herself. As a woman, we often prioritize everyone else before ourselves. But healing is something we all need at some point in our life, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. This story offers lessons that remind us we are allowed to pause, to reflect, and to heal. And those lessons may be exact what you need right now. I chose this novel because I saw pieces of myself and many of the women around me. In its page, I have read the book deeply, explore interview with the author, and reflect on this term from the both a personal and emotional perspective. That's why I feel connected and confident to speak about it today. The Time to Heal is not just a novel. It's a heartfelt journey that shows us the encourage. It, take, it takes to face pain, the comfort the faith can provide, and the power of choosing to love paradise ourselves. First, I will describe how healing begins without facing our pain honestly. Secondly, I will explain how faith plays a powerful role in guiding our healing process. Third, I will discuss how learning to love ourselves is the final and the most important step in our journey. Healing begins with facing your pain honestly. In the novel, the main character is Sarah, emotionally wounded. She tries to stay strong on the outside, but the inside, she is struggling. Her healing truly begins when they stop pretending to be okay and start acknowledging her feelings. For example, after her divorce, Sarah does not rush to move on blame others. Instead, she reflects on her experience, expect her pain, and begin to understand what she truly needed to heal. We have seen that first step in healing is honestly with yourself. But once you face your pain, you need something deeper to carry you forward. And that's what their faith comes in. Faith is a powerful guide through emotional healing. Sarah's journey in the novel shows how turning to the God and practicing her faith give her strength. Her prayers and spiritual practice didn't erase the pain instantly, but they helped to stay grounded. For example, one touching scene is when Sarah finds peace in solitude when reading the Al-Quran. It doesn't solve her problem, but it gives her calmness and clarity to keep going. So, after confronting pain, relying on faith, what is next? The final of often hardest part of healing is choosing yourself through self-love and self-worth. Loving yourself is not the final and most powerful step in healing. Many women, like Sarah, are used to giving endless to others, but the true healing requires setting boundaries, forgiving yourself, and understanding that your well-being matters. For example, Sarah learns to stop seeking validation from others. She begins making decisions for her own happiness, not to please people. And that shift marks the major turning point of her life. Now that we have explored the process of healing through pain, faith, and self-love, let's revisit what we have learned and how we can apply it to our own life. Firstly, we saw that healing begins when we face our pain honestly rather than hiding it. Secondly, we explore how pain becomes a powerful guide in helping us to stay strong during difficult times. Thirdly, we understood that learning to love ourselves is the final and the most empowering step in truly healing. Remember the mirror I mentioned earlier? The one where you may not recognize the woman looking back. The time to heal teach us that it's okay to be not okay. It's remind us that healing is not a weakness. It's a brave, beautiful choice, just like Sarah. Take the journey step by step back to ourselves. And maybe the next time you look in that mirror, you will see not someone who's broken, but someone who heals and whole.
I am Divyasri. Today I would like to talk about a classic and powerful self-help book called The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz, PhD. This book may be old, it was first published in 1959, but its message is timeless. It's not about luck or quick success, it's about the power of belief, mindset, and confidence in achieving success in any area of your life. The book is filled with practical tips and motivating advice. Schwartz explained that success doesn't depend on how smart you are or how much money you have. It depends on how big you think. It clearly gives techniques to help us overcome fear and self-doubt, build confidence through action, set big goals, develop strong habits, and think positively about ourselves and others. One of his key lessons is believe it can be done. When you believe, your mind finds a way. In short, this book teaches us to upgrade our thinking if we want to upgrade our life. Impact the book has on readers. The magic of thinking big has changed millions of lives around the world. Readers say it helped them become more confident, take bold steps in their careers, speak up in public, and believe in themselves even during tough times. One of the readers say, I read this book when I was stuck in life and it helped me dream again. That's the impact of this book. It doesn't just give motivation, it gives the direction. David J. Schwartz was leadership aspect and professor. The book is easy to read, full of real life examples and practical strategies. It's great for students, teachers, business people, and anyone who wants to grow. It has sold over 6 million copies worldwide and is still going to strong today. If this message has inspired you, I highly recommend reading The Magic of Thinking Big yourself. You can find it online in bookstore or even as an audiobook. It's book you won't forget and on you will return to again and again when you need courage and clarity. Remember, success begins not with your background but with your thinking. So think confidently, think boldly and always think big. Thank you.